This is Sophie Aldred with The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Now if I can just... You felt that, didn't you? I did too! It's that time of year again. Spooky season! Halloween! Trick-or-treating! Hopefully we don't deal with any ravages this year. But there is so much to be excited for. Apple bobbing, sweets, pumpkin picking. Right, first things first. Let's get you decorated, old girl. Brilliant. I'm the Doctor and you are watching The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Hi. Welcome to The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, fellow Whovians. I'm your host, Paparazzo Dave Chapman. Welcome, welcome. It is spooky season. It's Halloween, my friends. Halloween is not a day. Halloween is a season. So welcome to the Halloween season. We have 31 days of Halloween over on the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS's Facebook page and our YouTube channel. All sorts of spooky content all month long. Starting today with a review of the, well, I would argue definitely Halloween-ish, not necessarily spooky, The Satan Pit. This is part 2 from last week. With The Impossible Planet. And, as always, I'm not here alone. My background is going to drive me nuts. I don't know why it's blurry, because there's no setting that says it should be blurry right now. Anywho, let's start off with Michelle. Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Got anything interesting happening this week?
Well, my book officially launched yesterday. Time of Fredericksburg, available now on Amazon. And I also do a quick ad for my museum, the Mary Washington House. Because October not only is spooky season, but also it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And at my museum, the Mary Washington House, Mary Washington actually died of breast cancer in 1789. So if anybody in your life has been affected by breast cancer and you want to honor them, please send me their names. And as part of Mary's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we do a thing called Mary's Ribbon, where we tie a pink ribbon onto the post of the fence of the Mary Washington House. It's free. Just send me the name of who you want to honor, and that's for honor, remembrance, or for self.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Michelle. Definitely check that out, everybody. Send her
and
that.
It's all month long, so any time, just send me either a message in the chats or send me a private message, and I'll do it for you.
There you go. And thank you for that reminder, because I've got a stream on Saturday where I'm playing Looney Pyramids, and they have 2 sets of pink pyramids that also support breast cancer. So I'll definitely make sure I put those on my stream on Saturday. Next up, we've got the return of the Candyman. Hey, Mark.
Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm just chilling out. I'm looking for this episode. I missed last week's, so I'm probably do a double whammer with my numbers tonight.
All right, we're always happy with that. And of course, we've got Gadget. How's Gadget going on?
Everything's okay and stuff. Like I said, still promoting the books and especially the kids' book. Like I said, anybody who has a learning disability, autism, dyslexia, any see where it kicks in and everything, this book is for you, because it helps if you just want to learn how to play a game, if you feel like you're being left out. And this was about my trip to England and did I find love, adventure, and did get to see a few Whovian events and everything, but we'll go into more detail maybe on another topic of this and everything one day on another show. But more so this, I would rather, because I want kids to have fun, you know, and some adults, because no one should be left out.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And speaking of leaving people out, let's not leave out Christian.
God.
That's how we do segues.
No, I'm not the last one because we got a special guest on tonight.
Dude.
Then we will save the best for last. But I meant, wait a minute. There was a note here. Yeah. Nico Bad, this is a PSA, public service announcement. Never eat Taco Bell before. I'm glad that came up in the topic. Thank you, Nico Bad. Yeah, don't eat Taco Bell before live chat.
Mm-mm.
And
Now, not
what
only
was-
does your hand smell like it, Taco Bell, your keyboard will smell like Taco Bell for the next 24 hours.
Oh my God.
No.
Release the demon to the pits of the sept. God, no, I don't know. I'm not putting that. I'm going to delete those later.
And
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first day of the 31 days of WHOlloween in the Traveling TARDIS. I wanted to show you a little bit about what's going on that the Traveling TARDIS is celebrating. We do this every year. And let me pull up just a couple of screenshots that we got. First of all, we will be showing all the pictures from Halloween Horror Nights. You've never been. It is one of the treats that we do give ourselves every year from pictures out over in Orlando, Florida at the Universal Orlando's Halloween Horror Nights. And new pictures have come up. And we've gotten more pictures of people with the TARDIS. I mean, God, you got to love these kids. Seriously, that's just those are some future Ghostbusters right there, and the lovely Amelia Burke, better known as Harley Quinn Arts, and our friends over at CosFX Cosplay. Yeah, it's just phenomenal what these guys do, and we are going to have a ton load of pictures, of videos. We're going to be putting out a lot of content throughout the month of October up until the 31st of Halloween, and something to enjoy on a daily basis and just checking in out there. So there we go.
there we go. Indeed. I'm just trying to find something on my end, but I will give up and go and pop back over here and bring on our special guest. What I was looking for is our Traveling TARDIS cat alert overlay.
It has vanished since it is gone.
But our guest doesn't know that, so welcome, David Cole. I was looking for it because I noticed you backstage and your little fur
Yes.
friend was running
Yeah,
around.
Charlotte was coming to join me, help me out, because the whole special part of special guest can be taken various ways and should be taken in all of them.
It's very true. Introduce yourself real quick. You are a writer, creator, and super genius.
You have to say it properly. Super genius. And yes, just a guy who likes to combine my favorite activities of sitting and looking at things and then commenting on them as much as possible.
That's about accurate.
Yeah.
I've known Mr. Cole here for a very long time, and yes, that basically is him in a nutshell.
Okay, then we as all of our special guests. When did you start watching Who's Your Doctor?
All right. I started watching. Good Lord, Matt Smith era. I did. Well, I started watching as a kid with my grandfather watching Classic Who. The new Who, I watched Chris Eccleston, missed David Tennant, who became my favorite Doctor until Capaldi. 12 is my jam.
I love David already. We're gonna get along just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am. I'm wondering if it got uploaded directly and none of us actually have a copy of it there, Christian. That's okay. I'll keep looking. Anywho,
What is that?
the What is what?
What you were referring to? I just
the cat overlay.
Oh, it's disappeared.
Yeah, it's disappeared, and I'm wondering if neither of us are the ones who uploaded it. So, yeah, that's okay. We'll keep an eye out and see if we may have it somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, so how this is going to work for those who are new here? We will rate this episode out of 10 TARDISes. Tardai. Yeah.
That's hurting me.
This is the real reason I brought him on. just to drive Christian crazy. And then we'll go through
dyslexic speech. He's in my book.
We'll go through. Let's just start this off with Michelle. What do you give the Satan Pit?
I will give it a 9. It is a satisfying conclusion to really a great set of episodes. It really delivers on the premise of the first episode, and it's really great fun.
Excellent, Mark.
Okay, so I'm going to give you my last week's score, which I'm going to give it an 8.5 because I love my points. But this week I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to give it a dead 9. 9.1. This is quite amazing for me.
Dead.
Dead 9.
Oh boy, Gadget. What about you?
I was going to give it a devilish 9.
A devilish 9.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very interesting, especially when it comes to belief systems.
Yes, that was an interesting bit. And Christian.
What? Oh, what did I give it last week? It just bounced up and down.
A 9.999 something in there.
I'm going to do this. It's a combined 9.9999 for Satan Pit, a combined 10 for both episodes.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I'll explain how that works. So,
all right. And Mr. Cole.
All right. Then I'm going to be the odd one out.
We know where you live.
I do.
Indeed. For Impossible Planet, I'd put that one at about a 9, but Satan Pit, I actually put it at 8.5.
All right.
I don't like this one as much as the setup.
That's fair.
That is fair. So yeah.
As usual, I will not give you mine. I will give you mine at the end, and we will start with the bottom of all of this, which is, of course, oddly enough, our special guest David Cole at 8.5 is the lowest. What the heck? Dave Cole, give us more. What hit?
I will say that I bumped them up because I've never particularly liked these episodes in general, but this time watching them, I appreciated them a little bit more. I was paying more attention to the thematic flow through of things like it's all based in faith. Everything the core concept is faith. Rose and the Doctor having faith in each other is the resolution to all the problems. The endless mentions of faith, the Doctor's faith in humanity, and that being the source of his great love of humanity, his enthusiasm. But the one big thing for me, and I know that this is a very common thing in Doctor Who, but the Deus Ex Machina was a little too Deus Ex Machina for me. The TARDIS being there with no setup, no reason, it's just there. And there was they
had to get rid of it. So
yeah.
It's like, get it out of here.
So that's the big thing there. But there are a lot of really great things about the episode that I love. I love The Ood I'm a huge fan of, and seeing them, and not only seeing them, but then having that be, or they're laying the groundwork of, well, they're layering on the Doctor's guilt about not being able to save his people, as well as his guilt at what he believes he did, which has been hinted at heavily through the first season and into this one. And then he's unable to save them, which sets him up for later episodes. And that's that's the thing I like most about this episode, is how much it sets up future stuff. With that, I mean, the Beast specifically mentions the killer of his own kind. We're not sure if that's a lie or if that's or if that is actually what happened. I loved Rose taking charge. That was all great. But I'm not real big on anything on religious symbolism, that kind of stuff. I kind of feel like that's beyond Who for me. So,
all right, that makes sense. And yeah, no, that's this is why I asked you on, because you make such good points.
Thank you.
And now I have to figure out who the heck goes next. There's Gadget's 9 and Marcus 9 and Michelle 9. Michelle, what did you give it last week? Do you remember?
What did we do last?
Did you give it 8.5?
What?
Or 9?
Oh God.
Why don't we do host?
Oh, we could go. It was a lifetime ago.
We were really kind of.
All right, we'll roll a die.
Oh, you're gonna put
back
fuzzy
home. I haven't
dice
tried
on. Oh, he's putting fuzzy
dice.
And in the meantime, give us your number while we get a number from Dave. Give us your number 1 through 10, 1 being bad, 10 being good, and all the numbers in between, and tell us why you like yours.
It went all the way like across the basement, but because of the size of my face, I can still see the number, and it's 1, which is a low number. So we'll go for the person who is low in the screen with Gadget.
Oh God, you're asking the witch right here, huh? Yeah. Well, I gave it a 9 because it tested your beliefs. What do you believe in? What is your destiny? What is your faith? What do you give a name to give it power? Because in Wicca, you give it a name, you give it power and everything. So like he was saying, I believe that you're a beast, but I don't believe you're what you are. And that your thoughts can escape. Now, a thought's evil, or, your conscious and everything like that. Could that be part of what made it the beast? Because it was bringing either knowledge or it was bringing chaos to the people? Because we don't know the whole history, because the Doctor couldn't decipher the language and everything. Otherwise, this episode would got a 10 if we could have figured out what they were saying in the message and everything. But it just depends on what you believe and how you believe in yourself and everything. And if you believe what someone tells you to be true, could that change your belief in how the world sees you? Are you the bringer of darkness, or you're the bringer of light?
Yes, I am.
Think about it. What was the Doctor? Was he the bringer of darkness or the bringer of light? Does he bring light to the people he saves, or does he bring darkness to the planet he left?
I bring candy.
Like I said, as for me, like I said, with Wicca, you believe you give it a name, you give it power. But also what got me curious was, like you said about the TARDIS and everything and stuff. You gotta remember, there was a little thing attached to it for a while, and that's what confused me too, because I was thinking, was it really something else talking through the Ood, and it's a beast that cannot speak, and that was the voice of something else relaying the message, because they were both beasts of the pantheon, because he did mention that and everything. So I'm wondering if that's how the TARDIS ended up, because he goes, you know what, I did my little thing, let's bring the TARDIS so that he can get out of here, and then continue putting things were into place for the seasons later and stuff.
I that's the first time I've heard it pitched exactly like that. I assume you're talking about Sutek.
Yes.
Being the same.
But I didn't know how people would react to me saying that.
But that's an interesting take on that. That it
Nice,
was
Edward.
Sutekh in control of all of the Ood, not the Beast, and the Beast was just a beast.
Mm-hmm.
I've not heard that take on it before, and I like that.
Mm-hmm. Because think about it, if you look at the way he was speaking, it sounded like the way he spoke to the latest Doctor and everything. And it was the way, how did he know who was the Destroyer of Worlds unless he was attached and watched everything?
Yeah. That's ooh.
Deep.
Fascinating.
Deep. 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 Oh, we're going deep.
No, I like that. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great,
Because the Ood really were just puppets, They were, because they were considered nothing. They weren't even considered life forms. And at the end, when the captain gives them honor, that was what was important and everything. And I thought the Doctor had heard that, but if he had, maybe he would have not felt so guilty about losing them because they finally got the honor they deserve.
Right. That's
being acknowledged.
Yeah. Which is important to the Doctor's character, to the story, to all of that. So it's one of those little tiny details that really impacts a lot of things when you bring it up and you think about it and go, oh yeah. So no,
but Rose taking charge, that was the best, because she suspected something, because first he was very timid and then all of a sudden he says, shut up, Rose. So she was like, okay, something's not right here. And to take charge like that, it was interesting to see him get swallowed by the black hole. That's why I gave it like a 9, because it could have gone even more if they had deciphered the language and everything.
Definitely. This is one of those episodes that even as a two-parter almost felt too short, or could have gone as a whole giant story arc or something. Like there's a lot to it. But we will talk about that more in a few minutes, because now we're going to pay some bills, take a quick break. So Christian, do the thing, push the button, and we'll see you on the other side.
We'll be right back with more of our review of the Satan.
Wait, kitty cat alert! Kitty cat alert! Kitty cat alert!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes, this is Charlotte.
I wish Harry was here for her grandparents to be babysitting her.
Okay.
Are you a movie nerd? Do you collect VHS, DVDs, CDs, records, and so much more? Are you looking for clothing from 1940s to 2000s? Do you need cosplayer themed outfits? Come to Ducky's Vintage. We have it all for all budgets, located at the Oviedo Mall right off of the 417. Ducky's Vintage, for those born in the wrong decade.
Hey everybody, welcome back to an all-new X's for Show, your premiere show for streaming media content.
A great creative team and a great concept that is years in the making.
That's certainly one of the interesting things about this as a program.
Hot names, even hotter ideas.
The silliest version of every single one.
Hot names, even hotter ideas.
Everybody is so even-keeled. That is a nonsense thing that you just said.
I'm not wrong. I've seen all the films.
I get what you're saying. I hate it.
It's really ugly to call that a genius on air.
Nobody screams at each other and goes,
I will fight you! Wow, what a great moment for our show.
Truly, we did it.
This would be a great jumping on point for you.
2,000 episodes in.
Every weekend and Wednesdays.
Shows no signs of stopping.
You can check the show out at X's for Show.
Come on. I mean, we've got a show, baby. Just, you gotta trust us. It's gonna be good.
We are a touring acoustic duo crashing kitchens around the country. We go from house to house every Friday night, and we create music, we create food, a good time, we stream it live, and we do it for free. So now we're just really kind of like trying to develop it and build a community group that people believe in, then they'll help us. So we played from our rehearsal room, we played from the bathroom, thankfully that didn't catch on.
I probably played guitar in my room, not for anyone, in front of anyone, nobody heard, for probably about 10 years.
And then one Friday night, we played from the kitchen.
Did I see
It's the main place people want to be. It's where the food is, it's where the drink is, it's where the best lighting is. You can go to any party and I guarantee you, the kitchen is going to be popping.
Our ultimate goal, I think, would be to crash kitchens every Friday all around the world.
Hello, I'm Nick Briggs, and you're listening to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. You say Traveling Time Lord.
Do it again. Just do it again. Just for the
Okay.
Just for the sake. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
Hello, I'm Nicholas Briggs, and this is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Welcome back to the Legend, the Traveling TARDIS, folks. My name is Christian Basil, the showrunner, and my good friend Paparazzo Dave Chapman will be hosting this show. We got Gadget, we've got the Candyman, Vampire Man. We also have Michelle from the TARDIS Archives, and our special guest, Dave Cole. Again, this is the 31 Days of Halloween. What are you laughing at? This is the 31 Days of WHOlloween. That'll be taking place over at our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. We're going to be putting out content daily, so please check it out there. Also, we want to give a big thanks to everybody who has supported us over time. Yeah, we hit that goal, but now we've hit this goal. Thank you to all 33,821 of you subscribers, and according to my good friend Gary at Nerdrotic, the 40% who've yet to subscribe. Please help us out. Yeah, get those numbers up, and please, we want to thank all 33,821 of you that took the time just to hit that subscribe button and said, hey, we'll go give this show a chance. And speaking of giving a chance, in 5 days from now, we want to wish, well, I don't know how to put this, Dave, but we want to wish us a happy birthday. On October the 6th, 2018, the day before Jodie Whittaker premiered as the Doctor, we premiered for a 30-minute audio only on Krypton Radio. We did an episode talking about our predictions and what we thought about Jodie being the first female Doctor and being the 13th Doctor and what it meant for everything. Flash forward to the date in 2024, and so many episodes we've lost. I don't even number these damn things anymore, Dave. I used to. I was just like, you know, I give up. Let's just give up. So, yeah, on October 6th, 2018 is when we premiered, and this will be our 6th anniversary. We didn't start YouTube until January 21st, so we were 3 years in already before we hit YouTube, and we're going in our 4th year now. Speaking of years, are we reeling in them? We want to wish our good friend Ian McNeice, who played Prime Minister. Why my brain is just farting right now. Winston Churchill. We want to wish him a birthday. It is tomorrow. And for those of you who may not be familiar,
wish him a birthday.
Wish him a birthday on tomorrow on October 2nd. And for people not familiar with the Traveling TARDIS, even though that some people may not be part of the WHOniverse, as long as they made contact with the TARDIS, we want to wish Karen Allen of Indiana Jones fame. Her birthday is on the 5th of October. So anybody comes in contact with the TARDIS, they get a birthday. That's all I'm saying. So Nick Briggs, you haven't touched it, so we ain't giving you one. But Nick Briggs got a birthday. Where was it? Somebody moved it. It's gone. Oh,
I didn't know it.
His birthday was a couple days ago. No, wait, it's gone. It's not even here anymore. Okay, maybe I'll pull it up. I forget which day because I had it labeled, but both Cindy Morgan, who passed away a while back, I'll try to see if I can find her picture, and Nick Briggs shared the same birthday on the same day. So happy birthday to everybody who has shared in being part of the legend. And Dave, take it away. That's not me. That's definitely not me.
It's also not me.
Mm-mm.
Charlotte,
Nope.
are you barking?
Oh, that's my girl. That's one of my girls.
Okay.
That cat's confused.
Thank goodness for headphones.
Yeah, my cat's next door at Grandma and Grandpa's.
But yes, we are back. And where are we in our numbers? So Gadget went. So I guess now it's Michelle's turn.
Yay.
Because I'm gonna take Mark's 8.5 from last week as the low of the. I suppose I should have done the opposite. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, it's Michelle's turn.
Monkey.
Again, as I said, as enjoyable episode. I thought it because this one problem was something to New Who. It doesn't. The first episode sets up and it doesn't deliver on the second episode. And I think this one actually did deliver. I understand why some people don't like the religious aspect of it. It's not usually my favorite when Who gets into it. I think it handled it better than it did like when we saw it in Boom. That was very sloppily done in Boom of bringing in the religion. Again, it's a satisfying episode. You do feel sorry for the Ood. You definitely, and the understanding of the Doctor can't save everybody and the guilt that incorporates. Again, as I said, it's just really enjoyable two-parter. It's one of those things is where it doesn't feel like a two-parter. It moves very quickly. So I enjoyed it very much.
Okay, there we go. Somebody give those Ood a sock.
What?
They're like house elves.
Oh yeah,
they made other house elf jokes about it. So
God,
they needed big floppy ears and to give them a sock.
They do because they're not really evil. They're just in a bad position.
Yeah, they're just living, breathing puppets.
Mm-hmm.
They're slightly smarter or slightly dumber cows with opposable fingers.
I go smarter.
I ain't gonna say one. I ain't saying any anymore.
As long as you don't have an Ood on the loo.
That's fair. That's fair. So let's go to Mark, and you can kind of give a little bit of your last week overview. So you gave the last one 8.5 and this one 9.
Yeah, I'm the complete opposite to everyone here. I actually like Doctor Who and religious stuff. One of my favourite episodes happened to be Damon's with John Pertwee, Pyramids of Mars with Tom Baker, and Curse of Fenric with the 7th Doctor. And the thing I like about the first one, the first episode, is it's set in space. It's literally unknown. They're lost humans adventuring out near a black hole because we're stupid enough to do something like that. And the Doctor loves it. And he comes across a puzzle, a mystery. He can't solve it. The TARDIS language translator cannot translate the writing, the inscriptions. So it's older than the TARDIS, older than Earth, older than the Time was a Gallifrey. And that's really intriguing. It's something like it's out of time. Because time, as we see time as humans, we just see it as a linear thing, okay? And the Doctor's species see it as timey-wimey ball of stuff. But if you're actually out of time,
David, you're pouring a drink for everybody on the show.
That's not me this time.
Yeah, you brought up about time. Even when the Doctor was speaking to the Beast about the Pantheon and everything, he also said the edge of the universe where he existed. But there was only one other person that would have been at the edge of existence at that time, causing superstition.
Well, that's
in
the thing.
A future episode.
But if you look at the paintings, you actually see people with the Beast as well. So we know that some sort of alien life was worshipping that Beast at that certain time. As the Doctor goes through, he actually reads the inscription or understands the drawings, about the lights. And so that was basically the setup of the first episode. The episode 2, I love it where they're like literally, it's about faith, it's about fear, it's about like the demon or the beast knowing that what you've done wrong in your past, the Ood being mind controlled, all these religious things which are coming into one show in 2 episodes. And like Dave said, the Ood were like literally cattle market. They were just literally breed to serve, and they actually wanted to be served. A bit like Peter Davison in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when he's a pig and wants people to eat him. The same sort of imagery here, where these are just literally mindless bred organisms just to serve. It's slavery. And I love it when Rose turned around. So I thought we got better out of that. We're in so far in time, but yet we're still using slave labor. You got a veteran soldier who basically got a dark past. You got everyone's got all these backstories which we just get hinted to what's going on. And this is why I gave this episode and the conclusion a 9. And when the guy gets shot out, I'm not sure if you guys know, but both of the times when you see dead people out in space, they actually filmed it in water to give that hair flowing effect.
Yeah.
So that was on Doctor Who Confidential back in the day. And I just think like it's everything that we ask ourselves. Okay, am I being brainwashed by the media? Am I being brainwashed by religious people? Do I have faith? The best one I like about this thing was when David said, I believe in your physical presence, but it doesn't mean I believe in you.
Yeah.
And I think that is such a cute things we basically do. The amount of times we say, yeah, we believe that stuff, but we can't see it, or I don't believe it, and it's staring us right in our face.
Seeing is believing, believing is seeing. Santa Claus.
Yeah. And I think that's my take on it. I think it's a very, very good episode, very, very inside with Doctor Who, with watching all the previous classic shows with when it deals with demons and deities.
Yeah.
I actually quite love it.
And there we go.
Mm-hmm.
I will come back to a lot of what you said because I have a lot of similar feelings as you there. But first, because I get to go last because I'm the host, Christian does not get to go last. But Christian, you gave it a 9.9999 or a combined 10 for both episodes. What gave it a 10? What's
Uh-oh.
You lost your voice. You're on mute.
Well, if I give it a 10, the reason why is you needed both. They complement each other. And what I loved about this episode, I think first and foremost, it is the betterment of what Classic Who was now taken to the next level, bringing it up today. Because religion came into it, which can be a very, very dangerous path to walk. And I think Matt Jones, the writer of this episode, walked it very, very well. And we could have taken this either way. We could have said, one religion is good or bad, but no, he left it oblivious. And I think that's what the best of sci-fi does. It doesn't say one is good. I mean, it doesn't say, not one is good, but this one is right, this one's wrong. And take it, it shows and puts everything on the table. It's almost like a poker game. It's a Texas Hold'em game. How it plays out, in that episode is how it plays. But it never really says, okay, this is right and this is wrong, or this one's correct and this one's incorrect. It left it up to the viewer to go, oh, okay. And especially now that you've entered Doctor Who into this kind of realm in religion, where he's in a position that he can't control. He's reading texts that he can't read. He's on a planet that doesn't make sense. And he's dealing with a reality that goes beyond him. And he's still the Doctor. But it is a story of faith, because in the end, it's Rose that it's his faith in Rose that gets him back on track. I mean, when everything was that was the cliffhanger from Impossible Planet. It was like, oh my God, well, how much worse can this be? And then another thing happens, and then the other thing happens with the Ood, and the Doctor, this portal opens on the floor, and the planet is heading into the black hole, and everybody's freaking out, and it's just like, how much more crap can you throw on these people? And I was like, you can resolve this in the next episode. And for me, it worked. Not only that, I think it's one of the most scariest episodes of Doctor Who to this day. I think an appropriate thing that we start the 31 Days of Halloween with the Traveling TARDIS, that this is the episode that we're reviewing, which really questions religion, but it doesn't. I think the best sci-fi does not tell you. It shows you. It tells you, here's everything that I know. What do you think for yourself? The one example I've always pointed to is was it The Worth of a Man? I forgot. It's the Data episode where they were planning on tearing him apart in Star Trek: The Next Generation. But one of the things that I actually appreciate, now of course they got to save Data because they got to have the show go on and the character. But one of the things I appreciate at the end of that episode was that Data didn't go over to the guy and try to beat him up or say, what a jerk you are. He goes, I'm fascinated by what you're accomplishing. Yeah. And he didn't tell him to stop, or he didn't tell him to cease. He goes, no, continue your work. So we're looking at all sides not as good or evil, but we're getting a dimension from other perspectives. We're getting other things. Is the Doctor good or evil? And all these people, are they good or evil? Usually when it comes to religion, it's not, what was it, that movie? I can't remember. There's always that clip that I see with Morgan Freeman, who, and I think it was the other movie, not the Bruce Almighty, but the other one. Evan Almighty, right. It's a scene where he's sitting with the wife and he goes, do you think God gives you courage or puts you in a situation where you get courage? Is God give you, faith, or do you get into a situation where there's faith? And I think when you really, really take the shovel and dig even deeper, there's a lot of stuff in here. And that's why I love this episode, because it is an episode that you can continue to explore and not get a straight answer, but you're willing to think. And I think that's what sci-fi does. It allows you to open your mind to possibilities that you would have never considered, and reach into your brain and go, okay, I'm just showing you another perspective. And that's why I think this is the perfect episode from beginning to end. It walked a very hard path, and I think the writer did an excellent job of having the Doctor walk that path with the viewer. And I agree with Michelle. I was trying to find, let me see if I can find that. You had written that, I think this episode handled religion better than Boom.
Because it mocks those who were faithful in Boom, and then in this one it says we're not going to discuss which is correct or not.
Mm-hmm. I actually saw you guys saw, I heard the word cattle, I heard the word mindless. I actually see the Ood as being more of, I'm trying not to say a bad word, but a following. And they were corrupted to follow the beast. But originally they were following the humans because that's what they knew. This was their paradise. They lived to serve. But now they were tempted by the beast to become this evil sect that they didn't understand. And I think if you look really carefully in that, you start seeing aspects and discussion of religion, whether good or bad.
Well, it's the parable of Adam and Eve.
Well, there's always that stereotype of mindlessness. People are following, God, and some people see that as just mindless people. But do you really know that?
I had a religion teacher that said religion was like languages. You could say mommy, daddy, and every other language. It still means the same thing, love.
So this episode really digs deep, and that's why I like it's not a fluff episode, and I'm not making that. It's something that you discuss, just like the worth of a man. From 20 years from now, when somebody says the Satan's Pit and the Impossible Planet, I'll be geeking out about that every single time. So I mean, that's just my opinion on that.
Well, there we go. No, and I
Measure of a Man. Thank you, Dan. Measure of a Man.
There we go. No, I think the best version of is the God really a bad guy has to be Bob the Devil and God.
Oh God. Why?
Because this was a brilliant show. It's due. I love that
David
show.
in good was it Good Intentions? The same way David is
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Very much a similar, different characters, but similar vibe, yeah. To Good Intentions, yeah. Or Good Omens.
That's what's called Good Omens, yeah.
Good Omens, yeah.
Dave, we got
used to sell that book so much.
Yeah. There's a tarot card set too. I don't know if I bought it yet.
Dave, would you want to turn over to the chats a little bit?
Yeah, please.
We got some people. Jim basically says 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And he adds, would have been a 10, but nobody saved the Ood. I actually think that was an important climax to the story. To me. Because of the following, and then they turned out that they, after everything was said and done, they ended up, regretting it or, being killed off. And like I said, I'm trying not to insult anybody or your belief. I'm just saying that this is what I saw in this episode.
Right.
So, Tom says, Tom's doing math. I don't know why. Tom's doing math.
It's maths.
All right. He says a 9.
It's doing maths.
Maths. Maths.
It's not plural. It's math.
Method. Nico Bat says, I give this episode an 8 as well. I love the doctor's speech about faith, and Rose surprises everyone with a heroic class move. Yeah. Where is it? Some of these pictures didn't make it through, but I got this picture. Yeah. Oh my God.
That's the mark of the beast, ladies.
That is.
It took a long time in makeup to do that. That must have hurt.
I think they just got a Sharpie.
You did that.
Nobody's got lines on them, right? Nobody's got lines?
Mark, you did that. There's a typo in there. I can tell.
Just check it out. Make sure you have no lines on yourself right now, because I don't remember something.
Exactly.
That's a silence.
This reminds me of the I don't want to say the failed mummy, where they were. I remember they were. I was watching some behind the scenes. They were talking about putting the runes on the mummy, the female mummy, and how much time they spent on putting those runes. And I was like, how in the world are they? Yeah, I'm sure that's a Sharpie. I'm sure he's regretting it to this day.
And at least there's so few scenes that they probably were able to bang it out in a day. Because that in being the continuity person and looking at that, you're just going,
yeah. I'm sorry, the one squiggle is a little too far over to the left.
Yes.
Wait, I have some lines on me. Uh-oh. Something came to visit. I have lines on me. Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Behind that curtain. What's behind that curtain?
I don't know what happened. We just went to show that, and I end up with this.
What else we got?
Roger says 9.6 of 10. The CGI for the beast or the devil was amazing. And as Tom pointed out, Rose's going back with a spaceship to rescue 10th Doctor as a crew member was awesome. So, and he continues, is it too late to rate the episode? Christian's pun and yes, yeah, it's too late, Roger. We've gone too late.
Full of the holy water for all of you guys. Back.
They'll never.
But see, as a certified pedant, I have to point out it should be 6.16, which is the actual number of the beast in the oldest existing Bibles.
I thought that was Nero's address.
Wasn't it supposed to be like Nero's address or something? I know that's one theory.
It's one of the there have been a number of theories, but I do know that that there were a number of extant Bibles they found that were 616, and they just typographical error. The oldest one we have at this point right now is they discovered one that couldn't be. It's 616. So I get all pedantic about that and like stupid Satanists.
Wait a minute, David, have you ever seen Red Dwarf?
Of course.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Do you remember the episode at the very beginning? There's a newscast, and they said they found the missing page in the Bible.
Oh, that
do you remember that one? Yeah,
vaguely.
There was a page missing in the Bible. They found it, and it says, "To my loving so and so." The characters in this book are not fictitious and not necessarily real. But the thing is that I consider myself somewhat of a man of faith in my own right, and I can laugh at that because that was funny as hell.
Yeah,
that was, and it's something that I think everybody, everybody tries find their own path, find their own way, and it's not an easy task, and we have to do it together as 7 billion people on one planet. So.
Well, and that's where, like, my favorite quote from this episode, like, maybe that's what the devil is in the end, an idea. And there is this thing in the cavern, all that, whatever, but what it represents is where, for every individual culture, civilization, person, that's, I just loved that.
So you can also take this from this episode, also taking it from a Plato/Socrates sort of thing, like in the cave in darkness, where you can just see images of the flame behind you, and what you see in the cave is not actually reality; it's just an image. So yeah, it's quite a deep. We can go on this episode and we can go right deep into it. Anyway, Dave, what's your thoughts?
I was just letting you guys go because I'm like, this is.
No, we got 5 minutes left. Get in there.
All right.
Get in there.
I gave this 8.5 last week, and I said that I would have a different rating for them combined as I would for separate. I give this episode an 8 as a standalone and a 9 as a combined. So the sum is greater than the whole of its parts type thing.
Right.
As a two-parter, it was really, really well done. If you do watch it back to back, it doesn't have as much of the second episode letdown. There is a little bit of that. I don't think it's as bad as some episodes have had throughout New Who and even some old Who, but it is definitely the first episode. I think has better world building, has more emotion to it, more. Whereas it kind of, it does a great job setting it up. But if you look at the conversation about the Ood and the conversation of, and we're stuck in a black hole, and how the heck are we not in the black hole, and what are the Ood, and the morality of the Ood, I think it was a lot more world building than, and here's the beast over here, and here's the big old Satan guy. That being said, like Mark, I really do like when Doctor Who uses religion as more of a mythology than as a religion. It's something that, especially the last week was banned book week, and so and a lot of books that you would go, why was that banned? Are people going, oh well, talking animals are against God, or this or that or the other thing, or whatever they choose to complain about. Just take it as, this episode would drive those same people insane, worse than Care Bears.
I thought we were talking animals, and don't go about Care Bears, because that's another religious thing.
It's a whole nother set of things. Yeah.
Oh no, Care Bears are smut, and they deserve to be burning in hell. They are hell.
Cinderella, then. Cinderella.
My favorite is the Simpsons joke. Are you a Care Bear? No, I'm an intensive Care Bear.
Yeah. But no, I really did enjoy this. I think the CGI was definitely above average for the time. I loved how they handled the Beast. I loved the theory that we were talking earlier that it wasn't the Beast talking. It was always Sutak. I like that. I hope they. I am really curious to see if they bring this back next season, because we do know they are going more into the pantheon of that set of gods as relates to Doctor Who with season 2. I'm really excited to see if they do that, especially since the voice actor's 84. He's getting on. You're not going to get a lot more episodes out of him, even as voice actor. Get that in. If you're going to do this now. It's the will factor. Just get it done.
They're going to James Earl Jones him and say, "Can we use your voice?"
Yeah, honestly, they probably should, because he does have just such a fabulous voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think really what everybody else has said, I just kind of mirror all of that. I like give or take bits and pieces in there. But yeah, the second one, like I said, it just didn't have as much world building as I would like. If this could have been a 3-parter, this one could have been a 6-part serial. Like, there's so much that we don't know, not just the language, but the temple and the carvings and all of the stuff we see down under the planet.
Well, it was Torchwood.
Yeah,
the Torchwood got a little bit of a
nod there.
Yeah, well, it was Torchwood Archives.
Yeah.
So you never know. Torchwood might have gone by then. It was just the archives.
True.
Yeah.
One of the scariest scenes was from actually the previous episode, The Impossible Planet, and one that really freaked me out is when Toby's by himself. He's got the mirror, and he's hearing the voice right behind him, and he's being told, "Don't turn around." And that voice, like that scene in the moment where, how could you not turn around? Like you're going to tell, if you turn around, you will die.
I would use the mirror.
And this scene right here where the 10th Doctor is now taunting the Beast, and I do that. I literally put my hands up when I see him taunt the Beast. When he does,
Oh, yeah. That was funny. That was funny.
Like, I do that right there on the screen for no reason whatsoever. I will taunt the Beast too.
Yeah.
So,
and that's such a 10th Doctor thing. It's such a David thing to be able to take
that was an ad-lib blooper. I'm wondering.
Yeah, I do wonder. There's so many things that he does that just no other Doctor could pull off in the same way, and that is in no way a disrespect to any other Doctor.
Because every Doctor has their own unique thing that's uniquely them, and that's the fun part of also the character. And I also love forget what episode it is where he turns to him and goes, "Are you my mummy?" And that was an ad lib. Can we be serious now, Doctor?
Yeah.
Roger, what are you saying? Well, it's not too late for Christian to cosplay as Superman. Shut it. I do the voice. What? To an Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Talk to me, Luigi.
If he knows what Italian, he'll know what that means.
Well, the Italian plumber from Brooklyn who does not have an Italian, does not have a Brooklyn accent.
He was a pro wrestler.
Exactly. The best Marvel was Captain Lou Albano.
Especially when he got to meet Elvira.
Yes. Or Ernie Hudson.
Wait a minute, who played him in the movie?
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins. Yeah, I have a British Italian accent.
I love that movie. I almost think we should do just this. Here's a side gig. Let's just do a review on that movie.
I'm ready to do some side B movies. Anybody wants to hear about that? And Roger continues, whoever the Beast is, it's powerful enough to keep the impossible plan from going to the neighboring black hole and ancient. It cuts off right there. I'm curious, and this is just an open-minded ended question. Do you think the Beast was in control?
Or the thought of?
In control of what?
Of holding the planet there.
No.
Because no, the doctor's. I'm with the doctor on where his theory is that is the perfect jail for it. If he tries to escape,
he gets zapped in there. Right.
He gets spaghettification in the black hole.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Exactly. Okay.
I'm with the doctor.
The question is that's the case, who was his jailer?
Yeah. And
that's a good question.
That's where it gets me, where he said about he was existing at the beginning of the universe when nothing exists. But isn't that where Donna and the doctor created superstition? And did the doctor actually seal him?
I think that was the other end.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure they were at the end of the universe, not the beginning.
Yeah,
Mm.
Not the beginning.
Well, if you believe
that would have been actually kind of really interesting if that is the way they would have gone.
Mm-hmm. Because then that's up Sutek, and then ended up being the.
Well, no, I was going to say, if you believe in what my friend said, he goes, you really think about it in this world and how we've developed as the human race. Maybe one religion is not big enough for what we all believe in. And this is how everything pans out. He just kind of thought of that. Maybe one religion doesn't justify it. You have all of them out there explaining. Not one's right, not one's wrong, but this is their explanation throughout time.
And one is the children of the other. If you look at Judaism and Christianity, one is the child of the other one.
Oh, they bleed into others, just like food. And then, it goes through different cultures. It moves around and becomes a product of something else, whether like rice, where it originated in China, but then it moved around to other countries and became something part of it.
It's a game of celestial telephone.
Exactly. No, I like rice. That's why I brought
it.
Yeah, but do you like the Asian side? But do you like the long grain rice or the fluffy rice or jasmine rice, basmati rice?
Sticky, the stuff that they use for sushi.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Oh my god, I like it because that is the good stuff. I love it.
Fabulous. All right, so
why we're doing a foodie episode?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. We do have a foodie episode coming up next month. Last year we did it on for Canadian Thanksgiving, which is next Monday, because Thursday, really, people.
Monday,
yeah. Thanksgiving. It's a long weekend. That's your Monday.
I would say Friday.
Okay, this is gonna come out, and I mean it's bad. What is Canadian Thanksgiving commemorate?
It's basically a harvest festival.
Okay.
But again, like most things up here, we have such a proximity to the U.S. that a lot of the traditions and a lot of the ideas that come out of it get kind of intertwined. But at the end of the day, that's actually why it's in October, because by the time we get to Halloween, we're putting a snowsuit on and our costumes over top of that.
Usually it snows once at least before Halloween, like hours before the Halloween gods hate us.
Yeah.
We get hurricanes.
Yeah. So it's by the time we get to November, by the time we get to America, it's Thanksgiving, it's winter.
Okay.
It's no longer fall. It's winter.
Okay.
See, in England, we've got nothing to be thankful of for Thanksgiving, because we don't have one.
Because we're thankful we broke away from you guys.
I mean, it's not that far.
No, that's Good Riddance Day, as I was told. That's Good Riddance Day in July.
Well, that's good, because we had to get there and go, oh my God, thank God the food's better here. Is that turkey?
And
then we're like, oh, wait a
pilgrims
minute,
were that type. It was definitely thank God.
Forget about it.
And wasn't it religion oppression too? Why they left also too?
Yeah, well, it was because there's depending on, because the first Thanksgiving is in Florida. I'll give to Florida at St. Augustine. That was the first, because it was thinking that they had survived the Spanish Padres. They had surviving there. The various ones in the various colonies was either thank God we survived and we arrived safely from our voyage, and then the Puritan one in New England was thanking God that they had survived their first year. So
Now 2020.
And the Native Americans actually crashed the party. It's funny because the reasons the Native Americans came was because they heard the Puritans shooting off their guns, and at that time there had been actually a peace treaty with the Native Americans and so they thought maybe the French were invading, and so they heard fire, so all the warriors arrived first, and then they looked around like, wait a minute, you're having a party? Hold on, we'll be right back. And so they went out and they brought food to the party. Like, okay, now it's a party, guys.
Yep.
I want to give this this chat from Roger a little bit of attention down there. So yeah, all of our friends in, I think it was North Carolina and over on the West Coast, our thoughts and prayers are with them. I'm in Tampa, from what I understand, is still a swimming pool. So luckily we are here in Central Florida, and some of us reside on the space coast, the eastern space coast. And some of our new friends, like Mark, he's in England, doesn't know what a hurricane is. So
we did get them. Okay,
you were just going, yeah, you do get it. But I was just giving you. But I was just like, yeah, all of our friends are out there. I have a couple friends online. If you need help, please reach out to them. The Voices of Florida. A friend of mine named Cy. So if you are in the West Coast, you need help. Please look out for the Voices of Florida. They're giving out all the stuff that they managed to accumulate to people in that area who need help. Hearts Helping Others here in Central Florida. I know some people were affected by that. Luckily for us, it wasn't affected as much. In fact, it's raining now. So apparently Helene has not really finished with us. But it was very devastating, and it's always hard to watch, when your friends and everybody, they're hearing their houses are underwater and stuff like that. So if you can help them out as best you can there. And Roger continues, I heard about 200 people died during that hurricane. I could have heard wrong.
No,
there's still about 1,000 people missing.
Yeah.
North Carolina got half and half. My sister's side was somewhat okay, but if you were near I think it was Asheville, it's totally underwater and stuff. And the Rainbow Bridge for the pets was washed away and everything, where they put their collars to remember their pets and everything. It was washed away in the hurricane. So everybody's looking for the
pets.
Over in the UK, we began reports of 600 people died, and loads still unaccounted for.
Oh Jesus!
I've heard enough that there's some horrific stories of what the rescuers are seeing right now.
Yeah.
Of loss. It's horrific.
So people who take that stereotype that we don't take hurricanes serious, we do. We are so prepared. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got the governor and everybody who's getting out there. There was some stuff that I never even heard about, and I'm still trying to figure out if this is true. Like if you are in an outlier place, let's say somebody was in Tampa, they couldn't get out of their house, it was kind of stuck. They could actually hire an Uber to get them out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it would be paid for by the government. So, I mean, things like that. They had the Wi-Fi stations up and running, moments after. I mean, we lost power for just a bit, and we lost our Wi-Fi for, a little bit. But I mean, like, nothing on the scale that our friends in the West Coast.
Yeah, we get them here in New York, too. Like, Long Island gets hit hard and everything. Because every summer, I remember being out there during the hurricanes helping my grandparents. But not in, like, what we just saw with this. This was... Like, take these things seriously. Like, make sure you have your supply kit, everything, battery operated radios, stuff, just something, because don't think this is like a video game or anything. It's going to just turn off and go away and everything. These are getting worse. And if you don't know how to deal with it, you could be one of the ones that are missing right now.
Actually, what's worse right now is round 2 is sitting in the Gulf, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, we don't know which way that's going.
Keith or something, Hurricane Keith.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out that one.
Earthquakes are more common here in California than hurricanes. Well, follow Nico Bat's advice. Do not eat Taco Bell before a chat. Because I have family down here.
Do you guys in the US call it Taco Hell? Like we do in the UK. Right, we called Taco Bell, nickname over here in the UK, Taco Hell.
Taco Hell?
Yep. Take a choice. There's a reason why it's called Run for the Borders.
But
not
yes.
an actual border.
Well, from San Diego, it would be like,
So,
do you trust a street taco from Tijuana or do you trust Taco Bell? And that street taco from Tijuana is probably a lot more better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's healthier by no standards whatsoever. I have a family down there. Well, all of our love and hopes for.
Yeah, I have family in Florida too, and we were just hoping, and it just missed them too.
Oh, it's Tyler Boy. Thank you for joining us. I think you're new here. First Doctor Who episode that scared me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mentioned that the there were quite a few scenes. I mean, the scene where what's her name? Floating around in space. That still freaks
The
me out.
20-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was Ida turns around and goes, she was only 20 years old. I'm just like, and that I actually like, and tell me on this, David, I like that because it kind of gave a projection to Rose and the Doctor again, because Rose is this young girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of threw that perspective back into your face really hard. It's like, Rose is this age.
Yeah.
It's going to happen to her as well. Michelle.
Oh, I wanted to ask something about.
I did
want to ask something about the Beast. I kept watching in the design of him, the broken horn. I've seen that before, and I don't know if that was Dungeons and Dragons cartoon or if that was one of the other sci-fis that had done that, and they were putting so much to it. The broken horn.
Hellboy's done it. Loki's done it. It's a pretty common.
But where did it go? That's the part I want to know.
That's valid. Somewhere out there's a big, an even bigger than the devil Viking with a horn. Yeah. No, thank you guys for walking through all of this. We're getting a little bit on with the evening. So let's do some hyping of all of the things. Gadget. What?
I'm trying not to lose his hat.
Yeah, that's why he went first.
Yeah.
You got anything interesting going on? Where can we find you?
Well, usually Gadget Pendragon on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything, stuff like that. You can pick up my books at lulu.com. So far, they even have a digital copy as well you can order, and you can also find them on Amazon as well. I use my Get Out of Jail Free card at New York Comic Con all 4 days with the Squishy TARDIS right over here. So, like I said, anybody that will be at New York Comic Con, you're getting your picture with Squishy and our little friend here and everything and stuff. I also will be at the Bronx Zoo Boo Lights, if that's how they're calling it, on October 25th. If anybody wants to also get their pictures with Squishy. And also on my birthday, November 1st, I will be attending the Nightmare Before Christmas Holiday Lights Walk event. Same thing, bringing Squishy along and hopefully bringing you guys along, because I'm trying to see if I can record it, because they are very strict at this one. The zoo's okay about things, but the one for the Botanical Gardens, you can't even bring professional camera equipment. So let's hope I can get at least some pictures or some videos for you guys. And my usual Halloween give back to the kids. You guys, if you want to help, I'll try to have the link to the Amazon where it says help the kids with Halloween. If you want to donate candy, props, designs, and everything, because my building's being fixed and we're trying to do a safe Halloween for them right now. We just don't want to cancel it because of the building being like the way it is and everything. And hopefully, like I said, if you want a private, you want to send an email to the Legend of Traveling TARDIS to get my information, because the kids would love it. We do this every year since 2005 because I couldn't trick or treat during the 80s, and people did it for me, and I'm paying it back, because that's the best thing you can do is pay it forward and just keep moving forward.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good advice in kind of pretty much every situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Michelle, what do you have anything going on? Where can we find you?
You can find me on Michelle L. Hamilton, author, and also Legend of the the TARDIS Archives. The Sin Sphere will be coming back sometime later this month as Brendan gets back from his holiday. And you can find me at Amazon on With Haunted Fredericksburg.
And we want to give a congratulations to Brandon and his now wife. So
husband.
Husband? My apologies. Sorry. I got that wrong, but that's fine.
And yeah, congratulations. And Mark, where can we find you? You doing anything fun in the next week or so?
No, I'm just taking a nice chill out. But my next big thing is going down to the Clanad at the Royal Albert Hall on the 30th. So apart from that, I'm not doing that much.
Excellent. And Mr. Cole, I know you don't have too much going on right now. Am I going to see you at Game a lot over the weekend?
I wasn't planning on it, but I'll look into it.
Oh, there we go. We'll have that conversation.
Beautiful. And just while I'm center screen, I just want to thank all of you for having me on. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. And making me feel so welcome. Thank you.
All right, get out.
You don't know him well enough. Wait till you're
out.
you're gonna really, yeah.
That was mean. Please get out.
No, we'll keep the cat.
Yeah.
we love you.
There we go.
Yeah, we're keeping the cat. We're keeping the cat.
Thank you very much, David. I'm glad you were able to come on. I'm glad you had a good time, and hopefully we'll see you again.
I'd love that.
There you go. And as for me, I've got a handful of things to throw out. One, in the category of things that are happening in the world, I'm wearing my orange jersey because yesterday here in Canada was Orange Shirt Day, or a day of truth and reconciliation, in remembrance of all the not just the children, but specifically the Indigenous children who endured residential schools, which did happen in the U.S. as well as Canada, but it's a very much bigger note here in Canada. So please, I just wanted to recognize that day, and that's why I've got my orange jersey on today as well. For that, coming up in an hour and a half, you'll be able to see me over on my channel, TheRatHole.ca, on the YouTubes. I'm going to be doing Choose Cthulhu. I'm going to be doing the Call of Cthulhu and walking through that story again. I did it last Tuesday. I know a couple of people joined in, and thank you guys very much for doing that. It won't be the same this time. The beginning will, and of course,
I'm serious. There needs to be an episode between Cthulhu and.
Oh, definitely, that would be awesome. Choose Cthulhu, as of today, is on Kickstarter with books 7 to 10, so you can find that. Look that up on the Kickstarters and do that. But yeah, join me in 90 minutes on my channel, and we'll do that. And I want to throw up. Can I have about a minute to show off something?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the thing here. We're gonna. So I'm also having a 31 days thing, and in this case, I'm doing. I got a calendar, and I showed this off on the channel, and so I'm doing 31 days of opening Witch's Brew the Adventure Calendar number 9 from Black Oak Workshop, and the first day I previewed here on the channel. Opening Black Oak Workshop's Adventure Calendar number 9. Witch's Brew. Day number 1. And so we open this up.
Chocolate?
Yeah, we reach in there. We reach in and...
What the?
Spider. A little spider
Don't
die.
eat it, candy man.
It's not chocolate. It's not candy.
Yeah. Don't eat that. You see whichever side is up is your number that you've rolled. But if you roll that side, would be the 4, right? But instead of 4, it's all spiders. So that is the first door.
Oh, crunchy.
I'm confused.
Shut up now. Shut up.
I'm confused. Yeah. Okay. You got a D4.
Yep.
And when it's number 4, okay, you get a spider which has 8 legs.
Which is divisible by 4 to get 4.
You still got 8. Not 4.
But it can be divisible or subtracted down to 4.
So here's what you have to do, Mark. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube, youtube.com/TheRatHole.ca, and see if there's a D8 with a spider.
Would
that be opening a new door?
No math. You have to do maths. You have to do math.
Damn, I hate mathematics.
Yeah, I love math. I just can't read correctly.
All these doors to open. So every day I will be opening a new door, which is how those calendars work, shockingly. And please let me know if you enjoy that, because I have a couple of winter ones as well. So I might be doing something with that. I might not. We'll see. It depends on how people, what people have to say. But thank you. Thank you again, David Cole, for joining us. Thank you to all of my wonderful team here. We love you all. I'm glad, Christian and all of the Florida peeps, I'm glad you're all safe.
Trying to get it to turn.
And then there's Fluff.
There's Squishy.
Squishy.
So we can't wait to see you guys. And this next 31 days of Halloween are going to be so much fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I let the people know, Dave, I have a calendar. So if people want to plot and plan, we have on October the 22nd, Jessica will be hosting the Traveling TARDIS cosplays. So she will be talking with a bunch of cosplayers who have cosplayed the Doctor. I don't know what team she's got available, but she's going to be doing that. And the surprise is, wait a minute, we can find it. Roger, we may not be doing Love and Monsters next week. So
that's
speaking of scary.
Yeah.
No, just remember to get some Scooby snacks.
So I'm just letting you know there is a good chance that Love and Monsters may wait a while. But we'll be definitely doing a review of that episode out there. And where did the calendar go? I will not be here on the 5th of November because that's election day. And if you haven't registered to vote, please do so. I think voting will be cutting off very shortly to register. So I won't be here. I'll be at the booths. And I think they'll be very, very upset if I did a podcast from the election hall. On November the 12th, we have confirmed Phantasmagoria will be redoing the performance. And David, I don't know if you've ever watched Phantasmagoria, Michelle, but it is something to be beheld, and they're going to do a special episode for the holidays as they've done in the past there. If you want to check out Phantasmagoria's previous episodes, by all means, check it out. November the 19th, we're doing a foodie special.
I should have a kitchen by then. Maybe.
November the 26th, Dave is going to be doing a gaming special. And of course, we're going to be leading up until, Noise Complaint, the tap dancing geek group. I don't know what they're going to be doing. They are going to be performing December the 17th. And of course, the following week is Christmas Eve and day. We're still trying to ascertain how we're going to be doing the review for Joy to the World, but we'll work that out for you as it gets closer. And of course, the end of the year will be New Year's Eve that day. So the following week. So
tentatively, I'm still theoretically, maybe possibly still doing a watch party for Joy to the World. So
interesting that it's New Year's Eve we end up on a podcast. You might hear a lot of fireworks around here and everything.
Yeah.
Our flag station, Sci-Fi Radio, they used to do a New Year's Eve party, which lasted for hours on their station. If you haven't checked them out, go to sci-fi.radio. Our friends over there, they play 24-hour geek music all the time, and they have special shows that they play, including The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, on their podcast rotation. But I remember we used to have different radio shows that went out throughout the different time zones. So it would start with Eastern, and then we would bring in Central, then Mountain. I think that's the order, and then Pacific. From the different shows that were on out there. So it'd be nice if we could do it again. I haven't done it in a while, but definitely.
Christian, did you say that election day is the 5th of November?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also those Guy Fawkes Day.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's bonfire night that day. Treason.
Let's not do this again.
You want me to set a bonfire where I'm at?
Well, I can't say what I'm thinking because it'll get us YouTube banned.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just
That's as well, guys. So if you want us to really review that one, you gotta give us time.
Wait. Come out and vote. And make some s'mores. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
We'll be making s'mores.
It was like the old, because you guys don't have bonfire nights. So remember the 5th of November.
No, we just have the comic book and the movie.
Yeah, V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. Time
I still
scale.
can't say what I'm thinking. Oh God, no. Oh.
No, you have to say it now.
No. We all know the poem. We all know the routine. Yeah. High time scales. So yes, again, I'll see you guys in about a 90 minutes or so. Who else we got? There you go. We have any more comments there? Please leave your comments in the comments. Link as we take off. We'll do the long video of there we go. Thank you for watching. There you do it.
That's what I'm here for. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and thank you all 33,000 little number of the people.
860 something.
800 something. We all love you out there. We appreciate us just for the fact that you took the time to hit the subscribe button and give us a chance to become your Doctor Who podcast as we approach Joy to the World and most definitely. So
I find another 66,600 more subscribers. That's
good
the challenge.
God. If I can really hang up that damn thing in my, I'm gonna be like,
call a governor, see if I can find it.
Put some lights on there, like the little.
Get some disco ball for like
I'll have it outside in my yard, planted it.
You use it as signal ships that coming in.
Correct. I live by the airport, so I'll be signaling.
Yeah, using the airport. Using it.
All
right.
You know what to do.
I do. I you know what? I'm gonna let Mr. Cole. Could you please just say, "Take it away, Tony"?
Take it away, Tony.
And don't forget to say goodnight to Rose.
Good night, Rose.
Good night, Rose.
Good night, Rose.